Hello everyone and welcome back to Mario. We're back for whatever that is, Day Yoshi, and I accidentally went backwards. So anyway, last time we did part of this level at least, and we're able to find the secret exit. One out of few that I'll ever find, and we'll move on from that. I'm not much of a secret guy, as I've always, tried to say, so I don't like to find secret stuff. In my experience, at least mostly for Mario, a lot of secret stuff is not stuff I would like to find anyway. Usually it's just like, oh hey, here's some coins, here's, a Yoshi maybe, or a fire flower or a cape or some sort of power-up, but usually it's nothing good. I mean, some of the hacks that we've played, or I've played, that I've done in recent history have been pretty good about bonus levels. The one that we just ran into was pretty good. It was a remake of one of the older Mario levels. In one of the other hacks, there was like random, I don't know, they were kind of like special levels. One had like a car, so that was pretty cool. But a lot of times they're just random, oh hey, you found a secret, cool, here's some coins. I'm not much of a person for coins, especially in a game where coins are ultimately almost useless, besides from points and getting free lives, and the free life part is made completely useless because of that. The save state that I use because I don't feel like doing stuff with Mario all day. I'm gonna die, cool, I'm just gonna save state. I would much rather... Really? This isn't a Goomba? Come on now. If a Goomba can't be killed by jumping on it or by hitting it with fire, that's not a Goomba. That is an imposter. And is this the secret? This is totally the secret, isn't it? I just went down the fucking... Yep, there it is. Alright, fine. Fuck this. Let's go back. That is not a Goomba. And this is a dead end. Cool. But, good news. I have figured out... Wow, you're a jerk. I figured out the way to record how I used to record on my other computer. On this one, I figured out how to do it the same way. After sitting down for another 10 minutes or so, after messing around with a bunch of different options, I figured out what the issue was and corrected it, and hopefully everything sounds alright now. The way that I had to do it for the last one, and hopefully I'll never have to do that again, is that I had to run Camtasia and my usual audio capturing program, Audacity, which I usually only use for stuff that I record on consoles, because that requires a capture card. And capture cards, for the most part, I don't know if any exist that do this, but there might be. That was weird. It does not record audio, your audio. It doesn't record commentary, so you usually have to find some other sort of way to record audio, and I do that by using Audacity and then syncing up the audio later. But that is usually only used for that because most programs that you will find that capture video on a computer, of course I could always bypass this and record the capture window for console software, but that doesn't, I don't know, it's not really my thing to do. I've never tried it, I don't really feel like trying it. What I've done is work so far, but it just doesn't get audio, and I had to use that to capture it, which was a pain in the ass because for whatever reason, using Audacity and Camtasia at the same time severely lagged Camtasia on my end, so much so that the game was probably running at about 15 frames per second on my end. However, in the recording, it seemed mostly fine. It looked a lot better on the recording, I can assure you of that. If it was like 15 frames, I really wouldn't have edited it or rendered it and uploaded it. And if I had to, then I would have said something about it, like, hey, this video is going to be completely shit, so watch it at your own risk. There you go, but I had to change some options. It's always different when you go to a different computer. There's always some issue you're going to run into. Using different programs, using a different computer, there's always some fucking issue you're going to run into, and it's just about trying to figure out what it is. Usually it's some variation of a problem you've already run into. You just have to approach it from a different way, which is pretty damn annoying, to say the least. When you're trying to move to a different computer, you think everything's going to go fine, and there is some sort of snag. But like I said, if that's the only major snag that I ran into, then I was fine with that. That's probably a free life. I see more instances of other Mario games in this, and I'm not just talking about the straight redos of some of the older levels. I'm talking about, like, little tiny snippets from certain levels that have been in, like, Super Mario World, for example. So there's that, but guess if I figured out my audio issue, everything should be fine now. This is pretty much going to be the test video. There's a little bit of, like, background... Okay, whatever. There's a little bit of, like, background noise, but that's always been there for this, just because of how it has to be recorded with stereo mix and a microphone that's boosted. Some decibels are boosted a little bit so that it's louder and better to hear, but that always existed. Especially in the early days of console recording, that was a lot more present just because of the mic I had to use. Maybe if I bought a different mic, I swam right into that. And I totally missed my flower. Alright, moving on. If I bought a, more expensive headset, then I guess it might eliminate more background noise, but it's not really major, and it's only in Mario stuff now. Since then, I've upgraded my microphone several times since doing console stuff. It's now like a condenser mic. A lot of people always ask what equipment is used and whatnot. Why is there a turtle down here? Whatever. Not my problem. My equipment changes so much and people ask so frequently. It's hard to make a video and 6 months later not update that video with different equipment. I mean, not everything changes. Like, just recently I changed my computer. I'm probably going to buy a new TV soon. Playa! I can read that. That probably means something else other than what I think. But I'm probably going to buy a new TV soon. The TV that I have now is from the Target era still. When I first started recording stuff, I had this huge-ass CRT TV. It was probably like a 40-something inch TV that was... This thing weighed, like, seriously 500 pounds or something. It was fucking ridiculous how much that TV weighed. It was one of those big-ass, like, tube TVs with the huge-ass back end. It wasn't like a flat screen or anything. I'm gonna die. Oh! Yes! Haha! Yes, Mario says fuck you. It was one of those TVs, and that was really fucking heavy to move out. But while I was still working at Target, quite a while before I'd actually quit, there was they were moving out a bunch of display TVs, and when display TVs are moved out, they are put on sale at an extremely low rate because they're basically used at that point. So they're put on, like, massive clearance. So at the time, I got like a 34-inch, 32-inch TV for, it was like close to 200 bucks. So it wasn't that bad. You can definitely find better deals, but I at the time couldn't. And at that time, $200 was a very large expense. There you go. That was a huge expense back then for me, especially for something like, I couldn't make videos and get money back for it. It wasn't something that I could upgrade and be like, I'll get, it's my job basically. I'll get money for it anyway to upgrade and keep making things better for myself. This TV that I have, people probably say, well, how would getting a better TV, help you on your job? How would we benefit from that? I could, if I got a better TV, record in 1080p, but 1080p is not exactly a standard. Wow, look at that lag. It's not exactly a standard of videos on YouTube. 1080p videos just take so much more time to render out and upload that it's not really worth it at this point. And even on my new computer, which has a fucking kick-ass processor, random Geno's Forest music, alright, sure, for 4 seconds. Even though my computer has a kick-ass processor right now that I just recently upgraded, it would still probably take, I don't even know, I could test a 10-minute video out, even though a lot of my videos now are like 12 to 15 minutes, somewhere around that range. But I could test a 10-minute video out and see how that's were to go. But I don't know, on my old computer, it was fucking crazy. Some of the videos that I have uploaded are 1080p. A lot of the vlog videos end up being 1080p. And those, for like a 5-minute video, I really hope I don't need any. Okay, good. For like a 5-minute video, it would probably take like 25 minutes on my old computer to render out that 5-minute 1080p video, which you may, I don't know like what people think is long or not, but that's a pretty long time on the computer that I had. And I don't even know what it would be now. And I was also using Sony Vegas, which since using Premiere instead, which it renders out videos a shit ton faster. So it was basically just hints and tips, like, of what programs. That's all this fucking turned into, this Mario shit. I can always talk about me, you know, shooting fireballs out. Is that, you know, hey, look, more fireballs. There you go. Enjoy that interesting commentary. Like I've said, Mario is some of the fucking hardest stuff to commentate over because nothing happens. Nothing new has happened in the past 3.5 years that I've been doing this. Like, I've got nothing. It's the same shit over and over. Same with Pokemon. It's really difficult. There's really nothing that happens. It's the same damn battle over and over, and it's really hard to wing commentary, because that's what I'm calling it, winging it. There's no story. There's nothing really funny to commentate over. It's just commentating how fucked over your Pokemon gets in any given battle, and random bullshit stories in Mario, which I usually just end up talking about controversial subjects / annoyances / the past, which people keep asking me about the high school stuff, and that will be soon. I was going to record it the other day, but then I had those issues, and then I didn't want to record a giant-ass long video or 2 videos or 3 videos with, you know, stuff that wasn't fun, but I will get to it. We are ending here. I don't know whatever. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word because people who can't pronounce that word will laugh at me and my terrible, you know, attempts at pronouncing that. But we'll end this now. We'll be back in a little bit to take on whatever that fucking C word is.